Welcome back. We got some New World MMO news to talk about today. I know it's been a while since I've done a video on this game, but we're getting closer to its launch, yet further away at the same time. I'll explain all of that in this video. There's actually a decent amount to ponder over besides the new release date, so make sure to stick around for the second half of the video for that. If you end up enjoying this video, please subscribe. There will be more New World content on the way. Links to my Twitter and my Discord server will be below. Let's get right into it. First and foremost, we have to talk about the New World release date. Surprise! I know this is going to be frustrating for some, but New World will now not be releasing until August 31st of this year, 2021, and the closed beta is going to be on July 20th. So a little over 5 months for the closed beta and a half a year wait for the official launch. Last summer, Amazon Game Studios delayed New World to spring of 2021, which is right around the corner, and I'm sure many people were getting hyped. Well, that's not happening anymore. The good thing is that they didn't give us a specific date for the spring launch, so hopefully nobody took any vacation, unless you took the entire season off, which might actually be the case with the current state of our world. To be honest with you, I was already expecting another delay. This is the game's 4th delay, I think. I really don't know why they keep giving us a release date. At this point, they should just say it will be ready when it's ready and avoid the internet's wrath. Amazon Game Studios already tried specific dates and they didn't make them. Then they tried a season and they didn't make that. And now we're back to a specific date. I'm actually happy about the delays in an overall sense, especially this one after hearing what they've been working on. I really want this game to be ready when it comes out, and I certainly do not want an unfinished product. But I think Amazon Game Studios might have to rework their public relations strategy just a little bit. The reasoning behind the previous delay to spring of 2021 was because the dev team wanted to add more mid and endgame content. That is of course a good thing, and the reasoning for the delay to August 31st of 2021 is basically the same idea, but we now have more details. Scott Lane, New World's game director, has said that since they started adding this type of mid to endgame content, they have identified a few very compelling features that simply won't be finished for a spring launch. He also said that these additions and features are going to transform the game. Let's talk about a few of them. Ebonscale Reach. This is another endgame zone that's being added to the game, a territory of lush wetlands and towering cliffs, where an exiled empress is building a corrupted fleet that supposedly could be a threat to the entire world. From what we can see, it looks like a really cool zone. Obviously, the inspiration behind this zone seems to be from somewhere in Asia. At least some of the architecture gives off that cultural vibe. A new endgame zone, I think, would actually be worthy of a delay. Content like this could just be added to a paid DLC, but Amazon Game Studios is instead expanding their base game. Even if you're angry with them, it seems like they are taking into account some of the player feedback that they were given. I actually did play New World briefly in the open alpha or whatever it was last year, and I enjoyed it overall, but definitely had my worries, one of them being the amount of content that's offered. Expeditions. Believe it or not, this is basically instanced dungeons. Expeditions are 5-player instanced adventures into the darkest corners of Aeternum. Players will face the most dire threats on the island, while also uncovering more about the lore, such as the secrets behind the source of corruption, the ulterior motives of the angry earth, and the deeper menace behind the soulless lost. But at this immediate moment, who cares about the lore? We're getting instanced dungeons. This was a huge request by the player base, and Amazon Game Studios seems to be answering this call. Who knows if it will actually turn out good, but I am very happy to hear this. It's always nice to be able to have more organized, challenging instanced events with friends and guildmates. It'll be very interesting to see how they handle the mechanics in these dungeons, though. I honestly don't know what to expect, but I am excited to see how it turns out. What do you guys think? Outpost Rush. Outpost Rush is a 20 vs 20 PvP endgame mode where players will battle over multiple strongholds, using strategic resources to fortify your positions and also to boost your power for assaults. This mode will take place in a primordial river basin filled with forgotten ancient technologies and hidden sources of the powerful and volatile Azoth. Well, this seems to be a pretty big mode, and I'm happy that we will be getting another form of slightly more organized PvP. We of course won't know how it turns out, just like with the expeditions, until we get our hands on it, But what do you guys think about the idea for this PvP mode? So those are the 3 biggest additions to the game that have been revealed to us. But now let's talk about some of the smaller additions and updates. Fishing has now been added to the game. I know that will make many players happy. And there's also been a full revamp to the crafting system. Quoting Scott Lane here, he says, "We added hundreds and hundreds of weapons and gear pieces. We've really improved combat and we've added a lot of quest variety." I think all of this is good to hear. Those of you who haven't been following previous New World updates, you should also know that there was another endgame zone added, a cursed swampland called Reekwater. And that was all that was revealed with this delay announcement. So what do you guys think? Did you already lose hope in this game? Are the delays too frustrating to where you don't care anymore? Or do you feel like Amazon is really stepping up to the plate right now and bearing the wrath of the internet to ensure that they release a solid MMO? In my opinion, it does seem like Amazon Game Studios is working hard to improve on their game. Obviously, they have taken into account player feedback, and some companies don't do that at all, ever. A new endgame zone, 5-player dungeons, a new massive PvP mode, and many other smaller additions. Is it enough to justify another delay? Will New World possibly be an MMO to be reckoned with? I'm not sure, but I'm sure as hell going to keep an eye on this game. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you guys ended up enjoying this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. It's a huge help to my videos. I do all sorts of content on this channel, ranging from live streams to game reviews to game tutorials to class guides to lore videos and much more. I'd love to have some of you guys back for a future video. Until next time.